Let's say you and I commit the same crime. We're both arrested. We're both given the same bail. We both even have the same judge. My bail is $15,000. Your bail is $15,000. I work at McDonald's and I got 3 kids. I can't afford $15,000 to get out of jail. But you come from an affluent family who can afford that. You deserve freedom more than I do because you can pay for it. No. It's not okay.
Some of the changes that the Minnesota Freedom Fund intends to see in bail reform, first and foremost, is to change the nature of the conversation. This concerns pretrial detention. These are people who should be considered, as is a bedrock principle within this nation, innocent until proven guilty.
In our office, we pay both criminal-based bails and immigration bonds. And because of our backgrounds, we're able to balance each other out and work in those 2 spaces from lived experience.
I was having a really tough time psychologically. I hadn't discovered or been told that I had a bipolar disorder. I ended up basically being hospitalized, and from the event that took place with the police, I believe it was just 1 count of disarming a police officer. I can look back now and point out that I wasn't in a rational state. I thought that everything that took place in the hospital had kind of taken care of that situation. We were just working on it from like a health standpoint.
Our system is created in a space where certain people are excluded from being able to access certain resources or being able to be let out to continue with their lives as cases are pending.
And then, of course, I got something in the mail saying that I had to appear in court for these felony charges.
Particularly the Black and brown Minnesotans, the risk that they face in terms of being jailed pre-trial is to lose their housing, to lose their employment, to lose their transportation,
to lose their children,
to lose their families, to lose their families.
We're speaking specifically about Minnesota because we are a right to bail state. Not every state does that, but in our state, if a judge does not determine that a person is a danger to society, they have to offer them a bail, and that is a constitutional right that we all as Minnesotans have.
I guess it really started to sink in when I had to come up downtown and walk into a jail. Going through something like this, those financial setbacks can start to set back everything. Knowing that this is not about to be a financial burden on top of a shot at my freedom.
Sometimes jail, more often than not, is so traumatic, often that those people are damaged psychologically when they come out. Minnesota Freedom Fund, through the post-release support, allows me to make a better impact. We have people here that want to change the world.
It was Naomi that I met at the jail. I just felt a real, trust in them as people, as strangers. I didn't know that someone would help me with bail or that I could get a legal rights lawyer. Freedom Fund, they really came through. It was a blessing for me. Now I can openly tell my supervisor at work or my manager at work if I'm comfortable with telling them that, but it's not like they had to find out and then fire me.
We're the Minnesota Freedom Fund. We exist in order to expand freedoms for people and make sure that people are protected constitutionally.
Thank you for the trust in us, knowing that we were an organization that was being targeted by political rhetoric that was very detrimental to our organization, but that you still believed in us and felt that we were deserving of this award for the work that we're doing.